Hi, it's Candy Michael from Pal, Ohio. Welcome. And I know the weather here is gorgeous today. Lots of sunshine, and I hope there's a lot of sunshine where you are too. Thanks for joining me. I have some fun cards to share with you today using our Stampin' Up newest Butterfly Brilliance bundle. That's what I want to say. Hi, Ida. Hi, Catherine. Glad you guys are watching. I cannot believe how many fun things there are you can make with this. Hi, Deborah and Juanita. Welcome, welcome, everyone. So glad you're here. Oh my goodness. This stamp set and bundle, the stamp set and dies are amazing. I was going to do some Easter stuff, but I promise you that will be next week, because today is the first day that all of our customers, demonstrators, anybody can order this bundle. So let me know if you need one, because they're really awesome. So these are the stamps. Actually, what I did was they have some beautiful designer series paper that goes along with this bundle. And I just could not, it's so spring feeling today that this had been in my plan when I got this set. And I thought, I'm going to do it today because today is the launch. So why not? So this stamp, this DSP, and one of the dies that they have is one piece. And they've made it so that with this particular sheet of DSP, designer series paper, you can line it up and run it right through your embossing and die cutting machine. Cuts out perfectly. And then that's what I did. So I have all my pieces here, and I'm going to use a few of them in my cards today. So let me show you some of the other designs that they have, because look, I spread them all out. Now, hopefully I have my camera in a little different position today. I wanted to bring it down closer so you could see better. So hopefully, hi, Michelle. Hopefully you'll be able to get a better view. Now, these are the front, and this is the back side of this sheet. So some of these you can't really see that well, but this is the front and that's the back side of that sheet, and so on. So the colors are very vibrant. We have a lot of our Stampin' Up colors that are in this particular designer paper. And I was laughing when I was reading it because there's so many different ones, different colors to choose from that go along with that paper. But I'll be showing you a few of them as we head in here. Let me just give you a quick showing of the, let me set this up right, of the framelets that come with it. I'm sorry, the dies. These are called dies. And I put them on a magnetic piece so it'd be a little easier to see. But all of the different shapes, you can cut them out of cardstock or other designer paper if you want. And then again, the one solid piece. And then these are little pieces that will also, I know the bricks will cut out. And I don't know, looks like this one is just to put a little impression onto your paper, like an embossed piece. And these two little guys, I'll tell you right now, I haven't quite figured out what they fit. So I will be playing. If you know, let me know. Okay, so let's get started. I'm super thrilled with how my card swap came out, and I wanted to share it with you. So I'm going to take all my little butterflies away here. They're going to fly over here for a little bit until I need them, and then I'll pull them back out. This was a card swap that I just did. I'm in a swap every month, and it was highlighting the Butterfly Brilliance bundle here. So I ended up making this card, and I want to explain to you, it has a lot of layers on it. And I'm going to make it right here with you so that you can see how I did it. But I want to explain to you all the layers. So this paper, this designer paper is 6 by 6. So I just have the back piece of it. So when I cut it down, any of them, you have to get even amounts and to be able to make the most out of this cardstock, we just cut it down at 3 and then built the card up around it. And that way I could make 4 cards out of 1 sheet of the designer paper. So I thought that was kind of a good little way to make this paper go further. So that was one little tip for you. Just base your card around that, or, you know, I could have even done something like this and just made it smaller, but I love the way this came out and I'm super excited to show you what we made. So the front is very simple. When I show you the one that I'm going to make, I will be using this piece of the designer paper because I think I only had 1 more of those. So, hi, Steph. Glad you joined in. So I'll be using this piece and I'll show you exactly how I put it all together. But let me show you. Let me take this out first. So this is just a very simple card. There's quite a few of them out there that you'll see that have this fold. And what it is you take your, oh, I forgot to make my other score line. But you would take your cardstock and cut it at 11 by 4 1/4. And then you would score it at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2, which I'll run over there and do that in 1 second. And then when you open it, it also opens up as a square. But what we did with this one was, and this was not my idea, it was my my helper, Addie. She came up with this, but we made it into a gift card holder. So how cool is that? So I'm going to show you exactly how we did that and put it together. I did not cut out these. Well, I have some butterflies I might be able to use when I do that. So as I grab this, I'm going to score it because I forgot. And thank goodness it's not far away. Okay. So we took our piece, our 11 by 4 1/4. We scored it at 4 1/4 and at 5 1/2. So let me set this aside and show you how we did this. So we're simply going to, this will then open that way. So this will end up getting glued down. So when you glue this down, you want to use your strong, I'm using my my terrible tape, as I love to call it. Hi, Debbie Blake. Hi, Nancy. I call this my terrible tape because you can tear it and it's awesome. So it's my awesome terrible tape. How's that? So what you want to do is you just want to leave a little bit of room in the middle to make it a pocket. So I'm going to add just enough of my tape so that it won't fall apart. And I have found that when you work with the terrible tape, that it's easiest to use your take-a-pick tool to be able to pick off that paper. I can't tell you how many times I wrestle with trying to take it off, and finding this as a tip was probably the best tip of 2020. I'll have to figure out what my best tip for 2021 is. So it just helps you grab it and pull it off. I don't have good nails to use, so I really appreciated this little tip. And this is a great tool. I love our take-a-pick tool. So let me just go ahead and glue this down, because now that has created a pocket, and now my card will open this way. And I am going to use my bone folder here to make it sit very nicely. So with that, my little insert should fit right inside. That's all we wanted to do, is leave enough room for that. And any gift card, that was just one that I happened to have. So I just photocopied the front of it so I could show you what I was talking about, because I should have just grabbed one out of my purse, but I didn't. But this will be just fine. Okay, so on the inside, you would glue your piece down and do your stamping. And I love using this mono liquid glue. You guys will see me use this a lot. And, you know, I think really one of the biggest reasons I like it is because it's kind of I'll call it more of a foolproof, where once I lay it down, I can adjust it. You have a quick second to move it around because the glue isn't quite set yet. So normally I would say do your stamping first, But I just realized I didn't bring those stamps over here, so I'll pick a different one to use. How's that? All right, so on the front, we simply just started to build it up. We grabbed here some black cardstock. This is the 4. So this piece now here is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So my black is 4 by 4, and then they'll just go down into quarter increments until we get to the top layer. So we're going to put this on our basic black. And, oops, I hope that's straight. See, now I had that little bit of time to put that together. So let me set this aside so I don't forget my ribbon. Then the next is our Bermuda Bay. This is such a gorgeous color. And with it feeling so spring-like, I call it a happy color. Oh my goodness. It is just so gorgeous outside today. Not that I've been out much, but I put some new bird seed in my bird feeder. And I'll tell you what, guys, over here in Powell, we have some happy birds. They're out there singing right now. So that was pretty cool. It's been kind of a fun thing since COVID started last year. I was like, I'm going to clean those bird feeders and start using them. Okay, so on the side here, this is just an inch wide by 4 inches long. And we're just going to put this down. Whoops. Come on, glue. I'm running low here. I do have another bottle, so I don't have to panic, which I may have to switch to. It might be clogged too. My second bottle is right here. And hopefully it will work for me as soon as I shake it down there. There we go. Oops. That was a lot. All right. Sometimes they get a little clogged. I tend to store these upside down, and sometimes I find that doesn't always work well. It's just nice and thick, so I want it to be at the top when I start to use it. Okay, I think that looks pretty straight. Now this piece is just a little 1/4 inch, not even a 1/4 inch, it's an 1/8 of an inch shorter that it'll just layer right on top. So these, Stampin' Up tends to have quite a few butterfly stamp sets, and they're all gorgeous, and they've all been very, very different. And I have a couple of them, and I thought, I don't know if I want to get that. And the more I looked at it and the paper, and I thought, I don't remember having butterfly paper like this that goes with the stamps, and how gorgeous is that? So I decided I'm going to get it, and that way I can play and show you guys some fun ideas. Okay, so on here, I had set this aside because on this layer, I wanted to make sure that I pop it up and add my ribbon. So I had to set it aside because sometimes I'll get to talking and I'll forget. So we have a 4 inch on the black here. That's 4 inch, and then it goes down to 3 3/4, and then 3 1/2, and then this piece of black is 3 1/4. And so they all just kind of nest right on top of each other. Isn't that cool? And that way, again, we get a 3 by 3 piece of designer paper, and you could make 4 of this same card out of one sheet of the 6 by 6. So it makes your designer paper go just a little bit further. Okay, so we're going to pop that up, but I want my ribbon so that I can put that on before I glue it down. Otherwise, I'll be feeding it underneath there, right? Done that before. Oh, I love to entertain myself. Okay, so let us just tie. I'm just doing a simple square knot here. And on this ribbon, it's kind of stretchy. It's a tulle ribbon. So you want to make sure that you don't pull it too hard. If you pull it like really hard, this knot and everything will become really small and all the ribbon gets very stretched out. So I'm pretty careful about treating it a little softer so that I don't make this look like there's nothing there. I hope that makes sense. And then I'm just going to do a little trim on the ribbon, cut it at an angle, make it look pretty. And then we'll pop this up. Now, all of those butterflies that I cut out earlier, I'm going to use one of those. So I chose one, and I will show you, where'd that other little piece go? Here it is. I will show you what that is, but I want to put one more in the middle for good luck. Here we go. All right, so now that should be right there. Hi, Maki. Nice to see that you've joined us today. Welcome. Okay, so then that will just set right on there. And then you can pick any of the butterflies that you like. I had, like I said, I had die cut these out of our paper. And what I had, this was the one piece that we have. And so it just, all the pieces fit right in that die. So I decided, because this original card had this big butterfly on it, that I would use this one on here. So I'm going to just put a, kind of bend it a little bit and then just put a dimensional right underneath it. I'll put a couple of them. And this will make it pop up. I did not put any kind of a tag on it. You can, but it sometimes is also nice to get a card that's like a note card that's blank so that you can write whatever you want, or you can add your sentiment for whatever the gift is for. If it's a birthday or a retirement or whatever you might need it for. And then you can just adjust your little ribbon there. But look at how cute. And then you can make it fly. Isn't that nice? Yay. So here's another little tip. I'm using our Wink of Stella pen. And if you have not ever used a Wink of Stella pen, when it comes, there's actually a little black ring when it gets, oh wait, you know what? I have one right here. I forgot I have a brand new one, so I can at least show you what it looks like in the packaging. I won't take it out, but it has a black ring spacer in there. So you need to open it up. You would open this up and take that black ring off because you don't need it. And to get your pen started, there's a little piece on here. It says push. All you would do is then you shake this up and you only one time you press this, and then all of the ink comes down. And so after that, you don't need to press anymore because you just take it and you just start painting with it. So you don't, if you press it again, all of the ink will come out. So you don't want to press this after the first time. So get the ink down there and then you just brush it right over whatever area that you want to be shiny. And if you know me, I love shiny objects. So, yes, I do. So, I don't know if you can see it very well, but we have a very pretty tad bit of Wink of Stella on there. So, on the inside, again, we would do our stamping. And I'm going to, I brought over the black ink pad. So, let's see. Nope, I have a Bermuda Bay right here. If it's right here, I'm going to grab it. Of course it's not. Let me see if it's on this one. Come on, Bermuda Bay. You know what? It's been a very popular color in my classes this last week. And it's not where I thought it was. All right, I'm going with black because black is a great color to use on this card as well. It's my universal color. And now I just got black ink all over me. All right, so we're just going to ink this up. Oh, this stamp set that I'm using. So let me back up. The butterfly stamp set does not have any words, and it actually comes like this. It's one whole stamp, and that is so that you can use your dies afterwards to cut it all out. It actually goes like that. But so it has no words with it. So I'm using for today the happiest of birthdays. It's just a super cute stamp set, and I love all the different sayings on it. So this is what I grabbed today to use. So we're just going to ink this up, and let me stamp it down here and make sure it looks nice. Perfect. It has the ink on it, and that's what I wanted. Now I am going to take this up high because of my gift card holder, because of my gift card, I should say. And then I know better cover it up. And then I took and just pretended like this was a gift card. It's just piece of paper, but you get the idea. And then we made it so that it would fit right inside here. And it has some butterflies on it. And the butterflies also have some of the wink of Stella on it, if you can see that. But isn't that a fun idea, you guys? I thought, well, Addie thought it was just such a cute card, the style, and why not make it into a gift card holder? So that was our little twist on it here. And I wanted to show you that one. So there's number one. I have a couple more. I was so excited, like I said, with this stamp set that I think when I'm done with my live today, I'm going to probably bring the rest of them out and just keep working. Okay, I have another card sitting here. Let's see which one. I will go with this one. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Okay, so this is our white cardstock. I did use the thick. I like the thick cardstock because for a base of your card, it makes it very strong. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And I'm going to just do that again. Hopefully my lighting is good for you guys. What did you say, Casey? Yes, I do. I do tend to grab the black ink pad quite a bit. It definitely does help. Okay, and then I have some cards to show you at the end because I'm in this card swap. I got some beautiful cards, and they were the inspiration. One of them was the inspiration for this one. So let me go ahead and show you. This is a 3 3/4 by 5-inch piece, and I love this look on the front of a card, because it gives you that nice border all the way around. So I used our basic black, and again, it has that nice border there. And then I used this piece of the designer series paper. And when I show you the card at the end, I used the same piece as she did. I just turned the card in a different orientation. But, it's so beautiful. This one is. And then it has the Bermuda Bay design on the back, which I will bring a little piece of that to the front. I'll show you. So this I cut down, Casey, I cut it at the 1/8. But you can cut it so it's a little bit bigger. But that's how I did it, because then it just gave it the little pop. And then I have a little piece of the same paper, but on the back side, and I'm going to make a little banner here. So this is 1.5 by 3 inches is my little banner piece. And I'm going to take my scissors and just cut right up the center. Might be easier to see it on this side for me, because it's kind of blending in there. And I'm just going to cut that little banner just like that. And then I can glue that on. Give it a nice little pop of color. And you'll see, like I said, I really did copy the card very similarly. That's a big word for me. And I did a lot of what she did, but just changed it up a little bit. Okay, so now I want to do my tag. So I have a one of the rectangle dies, and I use this and die cut out on the white my little tag. So I'm going to use again this It's Your Day, and again it's from the Happiest of Birthdays stamp set. It's down here, and I love this font. Oh, I'm so excited that Stampin' Up has been really doing some beautiful fonts for us. And I know that is just so trendy, and I love it. So let's go ahead and ink that up again in the black. Oh, I think I have to stand up because of the lighting on here. Make sure I get that right, straight, and somewhat in the middle. And then a little pressure. Look how cute. I love that font. Oh, I think I already said that. But I do. I love that font. Okay. Then I just took a little piece of black and backed it. Again, copying what one of the other ladies did. And I'm sorry I don't have her name on that card to give her kudos, or a shout out. But it's one of these fun ladies that I swap with each month. So I'll have to tell them all thank you. All right, so I just glued this on with a little hint of the black in the background. So I should be able to pull this down just a little bit and make it even. And then I'm going to pop this up right here. So this is a very, very simple card. You can do several of these and just change out the designer paper that's on the front with all of the paper that you have to choose from. You can make a ton of cards with this. So we shall just pop this up right about here. And sometimes don't you just kind of go, well, yeah, that looks good. That's how I measure. Normally, not with a ruler. Not like most people do. So on this card, I thought it would be fun to just pop it up with a little pop of yellow. I did have this one that originally I was going to use, the pink, but I thought there was so much pink on there and there's a tiny bit spots of yellow that we would kind of pull that out. So hopefully you like that one too. You can, again, you can bend up your wings if you want a little bit, or just have it lay there. Whichever makes you happy. But these all make me very happy. And you know what? Because we have the Wink of Stella out, let's just wink of Stella this little belly here, or their backside. I don't know. I don't know much about butterflies. Guess I need to learn. But I think that looks great. And you could do more, of course, if you want to. And then one more thing, we're going to use the gold glitter enamel dots and pop some of those on there. Just a little bit to make it look nice and finished. Oops. Let me get this here. I am going to use maybe, yeah. So there's a lot of different sizes on here. And just depending on which size you want to use. 1, 2. Go high. And then and then this one that's not the biggest, but it's perfect. 3. There. Do you love it? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. And what do you think about this designer paper, you guys? It's very, I call it very artsy paper. Like sometimes we get some paper that, to me, my very artsy friends that are so good with coloring, and that would be like Dina and Tanya and so many of you guys, and Mindy, so many of you that just make it look so cool. Okay, that's the second card, and I just love it because, again, these are very simple. All right, the last one, and then after that, I'm going to show you some of the swaps that I had gotten back. So this one I did right before I went live, so hopefully all my colors look really Perfect. So this is a piece of our black cardstock, and it is 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then we're going to fold this up. This is a very different fold. And if I have the original card next to me, I do. I'll show you the fold done with the popsicle ice cream set. Okay, so with this one, we are going to use this pattern paper, which it has that, like I said, pretty artsy looking on the background there. But we're going to go ahead and put this down. And it has a lot of the pinks and the coral color on this side, it looks like, because the Calypso coral's in there, and that's that one. And then there's the magenta. Oops, I think it's upside down. There we go. So that's going to go right about here. And that is a 4 by 5 1/4 piece. And then we have our little panel down here. So this is where it gets confusing. So you want to make sure if you recreate this card that you fold it, because this will be the front. And by the way, it is scored at 5.5 inches. Just so I don't forget to tell you that. But I'll put the measurements on my site as soon as I can get it all loaded. And sometimes I think I need 3 of me to get this all done. But it'll happen. Okay, so isn't that pretty? I love this pattern. Well, there's quite a few of them. Hello, Linda Carver. Welcome. But I love this pattern. It looks really cool. Okay, so now here's the next part. This piece is 8 1/2, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And it's by 3 1/4 inches wide. So this is going to simply get folded in half. This is the coolest fold, you guys. This is going to get folded in half. And then this is going to get glued on here. And then this will go like this. Hold on one second. Oh. I don't know why. Every day at this time, somebody has to knock at my door, but I think it's just a delivery, so I'm not going to answer it. Okay, so I need to glue this on, and then we're going to do some decorating on top of this, adding some layers and whatnot. Okay, so with this piece, I want it to be right in the middle, and this is when it's nice having that liquid glue, so you can kind of move it around. Move it to the side a little bit. And again, I'm one to just eyeball everything. There. So now what we have is a card that opens like this and like this. Isn't that sweet? If you haven't seen this, it's really awesome. And it's super easy to make. You just, you use a little more cardstock, but it's really, really easy to make. Okay. So on the inside, I cut a piece of white. This is where I'm going to do some stamping, and which one was I going to use on this? So this stamp set just has a cute little happy bee day. Happy bee day. If I can get it off of here. I stuck it on. And on the front, I'm going to use the It's Your Day stamp one more time. Thank goodness my blocks are sitting right here. So I'm using our black ink. Everything done simply today. Oops, that's crooked. Hello, Lori, welcome. And let's get this inked up. I'll stamp it off one time. Oh, that's nice. So you can use any stamps you want. Oh, I didn't get that very centered, but it's okay. I'm okay about it. Okay, I didn't glue this on yet, so I better make sure it's straight before I do glue it down. Happy bee day. Oh, that came out very nice. Sometimes not so much, but today it looks pretty good. So I'm happy. So let's glue that down, and let me move my black ink pad. So I'll put a little glue on the back here. Oops, that's a lot of glue. Don't need that much. A little bit goes a long way. So we're going to put that right about there. And now that inside is done. So now for the outside. Oh, wait, I have one more thing. When I was cutting the paper, I had this little strip, and on the original card that I had gotten, she had put a little piece on the inside also. So I can case cards, you know, copy and steal everything. That's what the word case means, or casing. Well, case, I guess. But you can just pop a little bit of color right there on the inside. Just a little piece of your scrap, and it kind of pulls it all together. It's a lot going on, but it looks good. I like it. So then this piece was very pretty with the yellow butterfly, but I'm going to use the back side to give it a little different color. And hello, Debbie. Welcome. And my glue are having an issue today. Ah, there it is. And I know I just opened a bottle, but I took it, a bottle of glue, not a bottle, but a bottle of glue, not a bottle of beer or wine or anything. But I took it, I went on a scrapbooking weekend this weekend. And so I had taken it with me, and it's, of course, still sitting in the case that I had taken. Anyway, here we go. Doesn't that look nice? So we have this, and then lastly, remember I had the rest of my butterflies that were cut. So you can probably guess which one I'm going to use, but these are what's left over and from what I cut out earlier. So I'm going to go with the big yellow, beautiful butterfly. And I should know the name of it, but I don't. And this one is going to get popped up at the top here. Hello, Paula, welcome. And let me see something. Make sure I have the right spacing down. Yes. So that's going to get popped up. But before I do that, I want to put my tag on here. I really want this to lay down. So I will do that. Swallowtail, thank you. I was going to say that, but I would have really hated to say that and everybody be like, no, that's not what it's called. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so here I cut another one of our rectangle dies, and it's the stitched rectangles. It's one of the smaller sizes, but you can use any size that will fit, of course, your stamp, depending on your stamp. And it was just perfect because as I was putting all this together, I was excited that it all came together and that a lot of the same pieces and stamps could be used. So it just makes showing you guys when you're doing this stuff live, it just makes showing you everything a little bit easier. So I want to make sure this is straight enough. And we'll put that down. Ooh. Looks okay to me. And now I will cover this up again so I don't make a mess. So this piece, I'm just going to simply lay this flat, and then my swallowtail will fly over here and land right about in the middle. So I think that will look nice right about there. And I can't wait to show you the card that I got that was my inspiration. You can make this with this design card with anything. Beautiful butterflies. Yes, they really are. Okay, so this little guy, you can kind of bend him up a little bit too and just have it pop up. So we have our dimensionals. And it's a nice big butterfly, so you can definitely use the big dimensionals right on there. And we can pop this up here. Something like that. And then I want to kind of pull that up, and you can pull that up. And then there's one more piece, and I'm hoping it looks good because I did not make this as a sample. I went off of the other card that I have here. So I wanted to add a little more, and you guys can tell me yes with the ribbon. I'm going to put it on, but you can just mention if you like the ribbon or if you go, I mean, it probably doesn't need it, but I just thought it really gave it a little pop. So you're just going to, I'm going to do this upside down because it's going to be easier for me to get to it. But you're just going to do it right at the top. Tell me what you think. Do you like the ribbon? Hopefully this is the right way for a square knot. Yes, it'll lay flat. And then you're just going to pull that tightly there. Not too tight though. Like I said with this ribbon, this piece has a mind of its own. But then this little piece can go right over the top. I feel like I didn't tie it tight enough at all, but it's okay. I'll make it work. And then just do a little snip. Little snip, snip. And now you have a very pretty card. You can make it the knot in the middle, over the side. It's just your choice. But look how it opens. That really blends. I should have probably put the other side up, but it's okay. That's the way I did it. Or I should have pulled this paper on the inside. I didn't even think about it. I was just grabbing the scraps off the table. But again, your choice. And the idea is there for you to use. So I hope you make some cards of your own. And let me show you some of the other cards that I got. But let me show you first the inspiration for this card. This was from Kelly Atchison. And this was her card that had the ribbon at the top and the fold. And see, she did use the same as the, or a different piece there. It didn't blend like mine did. But this is where I got the fold idea, and I love it. So that's why I ended up doing the swallowtail card in this Butterfly Brilliance. And let me add some more Wink of Stella, because I can see it's not shiny. It just really adds to the card when you, to that pretty butterfly when you do that. Do you love it? So again, this was Kelly's fold. And I loved it so much. And so I thought, well, I'm going to do that for you guys. So there's the fold. So my 3 cards, I'll bring them back in a minute, but I want to show you some of the other cards I got in a swap and the butterfly swap. And so that way you can see. So this is the one that I made. This is the one I got in the card swap. And it's one of the stamp sets that we have in in the mini catalog. And this one says it's hard to say goodbye, which I thought it was just a beautiful card. But again, the colors on here were so gorgeous, and she used the gold embellishment. So I didn't want to copy it exactly, so I just turned it and gave it a little different twist on it. So that was where I was inspired by this one. There's this one too, and this one recently came in, and she did use the Wink of Stella on the whole butterfly. It's gorgeous. I did notice that the ink from the cardstock had come off. I hadn't seen that happen. So maybe put a piece of tissue in between there. But anyway, I wanted to show you this because the fold was gorgeous. Just beautiful. So there's that. And then this one I thought was really pretty. And look how cool, just to stamp a little piece of the butterfly on there. Just a small little piece for it to peek out. But again, look at that's the same designer paper. So this wooden paper is also in I think you can buy the entire, I don't know if they're calling it a suite, but you can buy it with the wooden paper and the dies, the 6x6 paper, and the stamps. So whatever that whole like suite bundle is, that's where this comes from. But it'll be coming out into the new annual catalog, but you can start ordering it now. Oh, thanks, Paula. And this one is really cool. This is a beautiful fun fold again. And I love how she used the embossing folder on the back. And then the fold with this being your little piece that you pull up. And then she used the Wink of Stella on her butterfly too. And she layered it. So I thought that was really cool. And then I will show you my cards one more time. So we have a little variety here. This is the one I made today. And thank you so much for stopping by. You can stop at my candystampers.com website. I will have a host code up in just a little bit. I did not have time to pull a new one as now we're into a new month. Yes, welcome March. Now we're that much closer to spring. Yay! So excited. Oh, I have all of these off the camera here. Let me pull them back down. Like I said, I put my camera in a new position today, just a little bit lower. So I may have to pull it back up. But thank you so much for joining me. I would love to hear from you. Any of the comments would be great. Hi, Tina. Welcome. And thank you, Paula, for your sweet comment. I just happened to stand up and I can see some of the comments. I can't see them all on my phone, but I can see some of them as they scroll by. Please join me next week on Wednesday at 4:11 for some more stamping fun. And I think that's it. And next week I will have some Easter. Oh, thank you. I will have some fun Easter ideas. And I love being silly with all the Easter stuff. But oh my gosh, I cannot wait to share with you what I found in some of my mom's kitchen stuff. So, and it has to do with eggs. So let's just leave it at that. You guys are going to really enjoy it. So I will see you next week again at 4:11 for some Stampin' Fun. And have a great week. Enjoy this beautiful day here in Ohio and wherever you are. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.